Hello, everyone. I'd like to talk about interpretation I'd like to talk about test statistic, Z naught. Okay. Uh, Here, I want to talk about left tail the test first. So look, we have a normal distribution here and Z naught, which is test statistic, is more left side that left side, then the negative z sub alpha, then we do reject the null hypothesis. Okay, so I did not write down hypothesis, so reject the null hypothesis. So it's left side, so we have negative z sub alpha. Okay, now how do we find everything? So let us do here, like for instance, let's say that the null hypothesis, population proportion, which is, we didn't left one, so 0.55, and the alternative hypothesis, which is population proportion, which is p less than 0.55. Now, n equal to 150 and x equal to 78 and alpha equal to 0.1. Sorry about that. I forgot to use my microphone. So let me see. I'm very clumsy the time. Okay. All right. Can you hear me? Let me check. Where are you? Okay, mute there. I can see microphone is working. Okay, then let's find what is G sub alpha. So G sub alpha, which is 0.1. So if you watch the video like G sub alpha, the title said that G sub alpha, or I said the parenthesis inverse norm, because if you are using calculator 8384 calculator, and they have a feature name inverse norm. Okay, so G sub 0.1. Then I found in SecCrunch that is Z equal to 1.282. Okay, now we put the negative because in the left tail test, so we put the negative there. So this number will be negative 1.282. Now, let us find out what is the test statistic, which is Z naught. Okay, we can use StatCrunch. Also, you can watch the video test statistic, how to find the test statistic in the YouTube video, right? Let's see. So, share screen there. Okay, I found earlier. So we're using StatCrunch, and then I input everything, and look, this is Z-stacks here. This is test statistic, which is Z naught. Okay, Z-stack is the test statistic. So it's negative 7385. So let us make Z-stack as 3 decimal places, because your homework asks you Z-score is 3 decimal places, okay? So negative 0.793. So let's go back. So Z equal to Z naught. So negative 0.739, okay? But look, negative 0.739 is here, isn't it? Okay. So negative 1.282 is there. So this is Z naught, okay, which is same as negative 0.739, okay? So Z naught, which is test statistic, is not the left side than the negative Z sub alpha, right? So we say that we don't reject the null hypothesis, okay? So let's say that we do not. We do not reject the null hypothesis. Okay, we do not reject means fail to reject. Okay, all right. Let's do right tail test. Okay, so same concept. We have right tail test in normal distribution. So Z naught is located in the more right side than Z sub alpha, then we do reject the null hypothesis, okay? Okay, let's find out. So this is a right tail test. I'm gonna use this information. Null hypothesis, H naught, okay? P, which is proportion, 0.3, and some book indicated H sub 1 or some book indicated H sub A, which is alternative hypothesis, right? So our textbook indicate A, right? So the P, which is population proportion, is greater than 0.3, okay? Now, we want to use n equal to 200, x equal to 75, then alpha, which is level of significance, right? 0.05. All right, so Z sub alpha, that is Z sub 0.05. Now, what's the Z score? Okay, then that is, let me see. Oh, this is a common one we've been using a lot. Z equal to 1.645, right? Okay, let's find test statistic through StatCrunch. Okay, so please watch the previous video, how to find the test statistic. Okay, so this one, right tail test. So Z stack, which is Z naught, which is test statistic, okay? So it's a 2.345502. So we want 3 decimal places because your homework asked you, right? So 2.315, okay? So let's use that. Okay. So this will be Z naught equal to 2.315. Okay, so Z naught is 2.315 and G sub alpha in this case is 1. Sorry, there is no space, so let me write down here. So 1.645, right? Okay, so Z naught is more right-sided than the G sub alpha, right? So we said that we do reject the null hypothesis. Okay, this means there is strong or sufficient evidence to support the claim, okay, the alternative hypothesis. So in this case, the population proportion is greater than, is greater, not than, greater 0.3, right? So we can say that there is a strong or sufficient evidence to support the alternative hypothesis. The population proportion is greater than, why I keep saying the greater than, greater 0.3, okay? All right, so let's do two-tailed test, okay? So look, we had a left tail test, we had a right tail test, we do two-tail test, okay? It's a tail in two sides. So we're not using G sub alpha, positive part, G sub alpha, negative part. We don't do that. So since two-tail, we do alpha over 2, okay? So remember like that, two-tailed test. That's why instead of negative G sub alpha, instead of positive G sub alpha, we're doing G sub alpha over 2. Okay? So, all right. So then, same concept. Test statistic is more the left tail than negative G sub alpha over 2, or the test statistic, which is Z naught, is more right side than positive Z sub alpha over 2, then we do reject the null hypothesis. Okay? So let us do this one. Two-tailed test. So P equal to null hypothesis, population proportion, which is 0.9, and alternative hypothesis, P is not equal to 0.9. So like population proportion is different today, like that, right? Now, N equal to 500 and X equal to 440 and alpha equal to 0.09, okay? But look, we have to do a little bit more work about G sub alpha over 2. So G sub alpha over 2, that is G sub alpha, in this case 0.05 over 2, which is G sub, I got 0.025. Okay, so if we are using StatCrunch, then we get Z equal to 1.960. Okay. Wait a minute. Why I have a negative sign there? There is not negative, right? Oh, I cannot make. I cannot. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. I cannot erase this one. No negative sign. It's positive. When did I put the negative? It's a positive, right? When did I put the negative there? All right. So let's use a StatCrunch. So StatCrunch. Okay, this is the StatCrunch. Test statistic. That's the Z naught, right? So negative 1.490712. Okay, let's go back. Not this one. Okay. Z naught, which is negative 1.491. Okay, since Z naught is negative, so we're gonna compare with the negative. Let's make this is negative as well. Okay, so which one? Which one is the more left side? This G sub alpha over 2 is the more left side, right? So let me draw. G naught, actually G naught is here, right? So G naught negative 1.491 and G sub alpha over 2, which is negative. This one will be negative 1.960, right? Okay. So then G naught is inside, not the more tail left side, right? So we say that we do not reject the null hypothesis. Okay. So means that fail to reject the null hypothesis. Okay, that means there is no strong evidence to support the alternative hypothesis, right? Okay. All right, I hope this helps you. Thank you, bye.